Yeah, talk a little bit about why you started there.
And to see the response was amazing.
Those kind of players.
It has affected few people, it has healed few people.
It's quite a simple story. Relationship. What happens when these private thoughts are heard by people?
Yeah, not before.
The show must go on.
Yeah.
So, we find ways.
All right.
I am going to be truthful as much as I can. Good people, come with me down memory lane. Welcome to Angola. Remember how they like crusting their blood spilled? Why should we allow this movement to die? Why we sit beside it standing big with a junction that can save us lives? Why should we suffer with indignity while we brains and guns? Why should we have to move
Hey everyone, this is Lucy, on stage with Lucy for Africa on Stage TV. I am sitting here with Mr. Sello Maseko, who is the writer and director of Angola Camp 13, and Mr. Mdu Nhlapo, who is the choreographer. Angola Camp 13 is, I'm still shaken. We just watched it and I'm still shaken by it. So I'm going to allow Mr. Maseko to tell us what the show is about. Sir?
Thank you very much, Mrs. Lucy. The show is about the story of Angola, what happened in Camp 13, what was happening during that time in those camps, where the leadership of the MK was doing to our people, especially the generation of 1976 who went to exile to be trained as soldiers. But when they get the majority of them, they were suspected to be spies of apartheid. But in true essence, none of them were spies of apartheid. But it was the issue of not trusting people or not having trust to other people. But genuinely, they were there to be trained as soldiers so that they can go back to South Africa and fight for the liberation of our people.
Right.
Yes.
Tell us, as a playwright and a director, having to take this story, which is quite violent, which is quite intense. What was your process on sort of getting this to the stage?
Both my parents were freedom fighters.
Yes.
My mother was part and parcel of the Amandla ensemble, which was led by Jonas Kwangwa. And my father was also in the struggle, was trained in the Soviet Union.
Wow.
And then I also interviewed people who were part and parcel of those interrogation rooms, the interrogators and those who were beaten, roughly so, in the Camp 13.
These are people who are still alive? Or?
Some of them are still alive,
Wow,
some of them they died
Passed,
recently.
yes. And they were willing to talk to you about this?
They were willing to talk to me because of they felt no one was willing to tell the story. And then I chose to tell the story because of it is personal to me.
Yes,
My uncle, who was the bodyguard of O.R. Tambo, also suffered and died in Quadro. My aunt also was raped in Quadro. So to me, the story is personal. I even went deeper and went to Angola to find resonance in Angola, and I went to those chambers, and then I felt the spirit of those people talking to me, saying, you have to tell the story. It's important. Go out and speak about us, and then so that we can rest in peace. And I felt them. That's why I took a decision when the State Theatre said we want a cutting-edge story, and then I proposed. I said, I can do this story. They said to me, are you sure? This is a very drastic story, and then most of these people are in government, and then they would crush the story. Will be crushed, and will be nobody. I said, I'm willing to take that charge.
What I'm discovering at the National Arts Festival and just watching South African theatre is that there's a lot of open wounds still. And theatre is being used, it seems, as a process of healing.
Yes.
So you spoke to this family
Yes.
after they watched the show.
Yes.
What was their feedback? How did they feel?
they said they cried the whole duration of the show.
Yeah.
And then, but at the end of the day, they understood that to accept, they have to undergo that pain
Yes.
again and again, because of no one has told them what happened, what really happened.
Right,
So this is what really happened to that brother specific.
So they get
who
an
is-
understanding of what went
Yes.
on. You were tasked with sort of bringing the movement
Yes.
to this intense show. So tell us a little bit about your choreographic or movement style specifically for Angola Camp 13.
Yes. So, I've worked with Sello Maseko before. So, first thing that happens with us is it's the relationship. I understand his language.
Yes.
I understand his vision.
Yes.
And I came to the party. But now, talking about Angola specifically,
Yes.
before I get into the story and everything, I had to embody it. But the fortunate thing is that it's part and parcel of my story, as he has said that some of his family members are were part of the atrocities that took place there. Myself, my father, which he's no more.
Yes.
He was part of that, and he was brutally assassinated. In the process, his name is Mdu Nhlapo. So when he appointed me, he knew that I'm telling the story from its corest of the core.
Yes.
These are people who have lived the absentia of their people, of their
Yes.
parents. So when I did the movement, it was innate.
Yes.
From that pain, from the stories that I got from my grandmother, from the stories that I got from my mother when my father would say this and this and this. So putting the vision on stage, I had to put violence.
Yeah.
Violence with movement.
Yeah.
I thought the best thing about movement, we cannot make these people dance.
Yeah.
But here we need to contextualize the choreography,
Sure.
that the movement speaks to the content.
Okay.
The movement speaks to the emotional content or whatever bereavement that's happening on stage. You need these people to embody the memories, and how best to do that is to make sure that every move speaks to the text, speaks to the memory, speaks to the context of the whole thing.
Right.
And it's violent and all that, but I would say the first step to diagnosis
Yes.
is to making people know what affected them
Right.
or what affected their people. Because if you don't know what affected your person or your father and all that, you cannot heal.
Sure. How has the response been from the audience at the National Arts Festival?
And they will tell us after the show that it has affected few people, it has healed few people,
Yeah.
and as far as theatre fraternity or the theatre standard in South Africa, it has inspired other
Yes.
people to say, okay, this is how far we need to push in order to tell the truth or to raise the bar of the theatre as a whole.
In the end, you made some statements. Your I'll call him your narrator for now.
Yes.
Made some pretty powerful statements. One could say that it looked like a bit of protest theater for now. For the now, was that your intention, or what was your intention in the end?
The statement in the end, we must also remember and come back home and
Yes.
say, we're still struggling.
Yes.
This is our struggle.
Yes.
This is a struggle these people fought for.
Yes.
But 25 years later, we
We're still here.
struggle
Yes.
with the same things that they
Yes.
died for. And
Yes.
these people, they need to know, or in the past, this is what we fought for, and we're still fighting for it.
There is no dignity in condition of squalor. There is no life in poverty. Economy